On today's episode of MotoCheez.
The following movie is rated
I.
Let's give the Recon an oil change. Good old Rotella, because it has extra zinc in it. Or you can use motorcycle oil, because it has extra zinc. Get out of here, bumblebee tuna. Definitely don't want any sand on this. A little over 100 miles. Now I'm not going to clean the strainer this time. Takes exactly 1 quart. Break in oil, boys. It's aluminum, don't overdo it. Don't want any sand in the oil. That's not good. That should do it. A long funnel is better, but I don't have one. Looks like a quart. Check the eye. Get her balanced here. Perfect. As I mentioned before, there's an oil slinger in here. It spins around as the oil goes through and it collects all the dirt in the outside of it. It's good for 10,000 miles. That's why they use these in the deserts, overseas, Africa and stuff, this style motor. Because it's a very low maintenance, reliable engine. There is a strainer on the other side to collect anything bigger particles that get in there, but it's not a filter. Usually I'll check the strainer every other, but I never really find much of anything in there. Now would probably be a good time to check it, I guess. When you put that in there, make sure it's not up against anything, because the clutch basket's here. I've heard of people that have their stem break off, and it's probably because if you put it in at the wrong angle, it does hit up against something. So you make sure you kind of drop it that way and go in. We're ready to do a Nibbi Carb upgrade. Darn it. Not gonna work. This one's too big. I was going to upgrade the carburetor, but I bought the wrong manifold. Too big, so I opened up the mixture screw and I did shim the needle on this. All I had was a tiny O-ring, so I hope that works. I don't have much down here, boys. I'm going to take the seat off and shave that while we're here. So you got to take all 4 of these bolts out and drop that taillight assembly to get to these bolts that hold the seat on. When are they going to make a locking removable seat for us on these ChinaBikes, huh?
Message!
Well, that's going to be tough getting back. That's so tight I don't know if I want to put the bolts back. Look at that compartment to store stuff. Oh, missing some screws there, boys. Yeah, this is definitely built different than a Hawk. Not too bad, but if I take that off, it's going to get loud. And there's the CDI. This way the wires aren't touching the plastic. So much easier to take them off with the seat off. Let's pop these staples. Yeah, see, they do use like a memory foam. Knew I'd be using this again. Wonder if I could do it this way. Much better. Still has a hump, but I don't want to take it all out. Oh yeah, much better. Let's see if we'll run this. That thing's junk. And that should do her. Can't believe it worked. God. What do you think? This is holding it too. Leave it. These must be the shorter ones. Save these. Let's try out that minor carb modification and the new seat. I know, it's lumpy a little bit. Someone said orbital. I don't have that many tools down here. Gotta be better than it was. If I had my jets, I would have jetted it. Seat feels better. Definitely. So yeah, I'm finally in a process of getting that 5 acres next to me that wraps around me. So I'll probably be down in 3 more weeks. That Nibbi Carb should wake this up pretty good, even with the quiet exhaust. Of course, if I want the high RPMs to wake up, I'm gonna have to open the exhaust. Almost had the property with the old trailer next door, but something came up that foiled that one. Eventually, hopefully I'll get that. Nice to be able to sit back farther on the seat. I'm 5'10", and I still like to sit back further on the seat. Idling much better, like 1200 RPM. Let's go, Brandon. See, I was gonna get in the right and pass, but something told me some people don't use their blinkers till the last minute or at all. So I don't like that lane splitting. It's kind of dangerous. But do what you want. Riding with shorts and a tank top, wife beater is kind of dangerous too, isn't it? Gotta love Florida. Endless summer. Definitely give way. Definitely got a little better pull just raising that needle up. Fattened up between 1/4 and 3/4. Have to remember to bring a 115 down. Couldn't open it up because I don't have a Dremel or anything to cut slots in the screws. Yeah, because now 55 is like maybe 1/4 throttle. It was about 1/3 throttle before. And mirrors are holding. If I should take this trail, why not? Last time, people blocked it off. Little long cut through the trails. It's actually a little shortcut. Just make sure there's no blockades. Nice little trail though. Of course, if you go that way, someone built themselves a little hut, if you remember on my last videos, and they probably heard me and said, nope, don't want no one back here. Doom buggy. Yeah, I'll go that way. Never been this way, but it goes the same way. Maybe we'll do a 0 to 60 on this road up here. Never did that yet. But I got almost 150 miles. Ready? Missed a gear. Right there. Oh, I gotta turn. I missed a gear. I'll have to do it again. Recon's fast. All right, thanks. I should have done a 0 to 60. Nice stickers. Definitely more torquey mid-throttle. Oh, what the heck is that gonna be? Huh. That's right, boys. Look out, the Recon's coming through. Well, since I didn't take the power line out, I'll take the long power line back, which is actually still a shortcut by like 4 or 5 miles. I still got to try that out. I still got a little bit of a hump on the seat. Nowhere near as bad though. I feel like my skirt's riding up these shorts. That might have been a 0 to 60. I mean, I didn't really push it, but we can try it. Now, what do you want to do here, buddy? You're on the wrong side of the road on your phone. Sandy. Come on. Come on, Recon. You got it. My neighbor showed me this one. I thought it was all blocked off because it used to be. Probably because of people dumping garbage. You know how that goes. Can't blame anybody. Ooh, that was a good one. Yes, I should try to get up on that. Wow. That's a little better. Woo! That was a close one, Cheesy. Probably should let a little air out of these tires anyway. So we got a Nibbi throttle cable, Nibbi carburetor, 28mm PWK, Nibbi air filter, and a Nibbi quarter turn. See if we can get this all in there. Got a toolbox, Harbor Freight toolbox. Let's see what it has for pilot jet and a main jet. Figure I could tell you guys now. Almost completed, but I finally got the 5 acres that are next door that wrap around me. So that'll give me a total of 6 acres. Put a big garage over there. NB 32. It's a little big, I think. So you gotta install a light in here. .115 and 120 mains. Oh, they only give you 2 pilots. That's a 30. Guess we're going with the 30. Took a little bit to bottom out there. Let's see what main we have here. I don't have a small enough wrench, believe it or not. 118 comes at a 112, 120, and a 115. We'll do the 115. Like a jigsaw puzzle. Pop that back on. I don't know what that is. Maybe I better look at the book, huh? And that's closed off. No adjustment because it's tight. That's what she said. Must be some kind of power jet or something. There's your mixture. Half. It's out 3/4 of a turn. Being on this side coming out makes it more lean. Typically, I believe I'm correct on that in every carburetor I've ever done. On the air filter side, on the head side, when you come out with it, it makes it more rich. I think I'm correct with that. At least on the carbs I've ever done so far. Air screw, clockwise rotation, the air mixture screw will richen the mixture. Yep, see, I was right. Counterclockwise will lean it. Main jet shows your throttle position, so it's anywhere from mainly wide open throttle, but it starts at about a 1/4 throttle. Oh, power jet. So there's a power jet, that one that I took the cap off on the back. I was correct on that assumption. Pilot jet goes from idle to a little past half throttle. Needle jet, which is that little piece, that needle that drops down in a plunger. Half throttle is pretty much where that works. Like if you're having a bog at half throttle, you got to go up or down with that. Throttle valve is inversely proportionate. So I hope the power valve on this thing is, or I hope the power jet is good, or else I guess we have to adjust it through the main jet because they don't give any. All experimental, boys. I think we'll get the carb all hooked up through the throttle tube and a cable afterwards, if it needs a cable. Of course, turn the fuel off, drain the bowl. Hope this works. Must have pulled a little rubber out of there. Overflow tube. And there's the difference. Quite a bit. Hope this setup will work. I thought it wasn't going to fit, but I did a stupid. I think it will. Yeah, I guess the ports line up pretty good in there. Might actually work. The vacuum port that goes to the original manifold will just leave disconnected. It's the little pollution bypass for the exhaust. To pop this out, I can always put it back in if it doesn't rip. We can always pop it back in if it doesn't work, I guess, huh? And put a piece of tape over that. I think I can make it work. As long as that squeeze is on there. That's a few too many sizes over. I got the wrong air filter by a couple millimeters. Well, let's see if it works. You can't ride this around with no air filter. Not down here with all this sand. It'll work. Touching the frame as long as it doesn't make any noise. I'll reroute these hoses down. I guess I'll hook up to the stock cable and everything. And then the next mod, when we come down, we'll switch out the cable and go from 3rd to an 8th throttle twist. Fuel line's gonna be too short, isn't it? Well, just gonna make it. I mean, barely. These hook up in a weird way too. Let's see where this is anyway. In the middle. So that's gonna go like that. It's a weird way they do this. Then this has to go in here. And then that has to go like that. It's different, but it works. Probably just about enough. We're going to run that hose to that side. We're going to see if we can feed these down through the middle, because you got to keep them away from the exhaust. Down. I think we might be able to get this to work, boys. Hope my guess on the jetting is right. Either way, it's not that big of a deal. Getting to that choke might be a little difficult. Might not even need the choke if we're lucky. Fuel line on here. It's a tight one, but it's gonna work. Let's lean this straight up, make sure that carburetor's straight up. I didn't tighten the manifold up. That would not have been good, would it? That's the vacuum line for the pollution. Let's turn the fuel on. See if we can get the gas gushing out of here. Go straight up. Balance point. The carburetor is actually pretty straight. Everything's tight. Let's see what it does. No choke. Idle definitely got to go up. Where's the idle? Oh boy, it's in a spot. See that? Definitely a little short. Might have to swap that cable out. But before I do that, I know it's dangerous. It's definitely too red. Smaller main, and I guess we'll switch out that throttle and the cable. New cable might be a tad long. I can reroute it. This cable's gonna be a little long, by about 2 feet too long. No biggie. Just move that throttle cable to the inside for now. Definitely gave it our best effort there. Still slack. Still slack. That'll work. Not ideal, but it will work. We put a tie wrap right there, so don't get caught on that fork. Am I right? It's good for my house in Connecticut. Shut this fuel back off. You know I don't have a wrench that small, or socket or anything. I don't know what the next size down was. I don't actually remember. I went with a 115. That's a 112. Guess 112 it is, huh? Got a feeling it might be a little fat still. Be just snug, not over tight. Fingers crossed. The flow's good. So many hoses. Darn it. Should have raised the idle. Stupid. Drop that needle. And then it might just do it. I don't know though. It still seems a little fat. This exhaust is holding me back from that higher wide open. Since it is quiet, it probably has a lot more back pressure than a performance one would have. Let's see if I could tune it on this. I mean, I guess I could put an exhaust on it, but one of the things I like about this is it's quiet. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop this in one more, which will be the second groove from the top. We'll try that. Drop that needle in a little bit. Hope it'll work. Fuel on. Might actually be good, or very close. I think we're good. Might be a tad fat. Idle's got to go up a hair more. Just a little more. Then we'll take it for a test ride. I taped off that old hole so nothing gets in there. Because you got to have the box because it's got the crank vent going in there. You don't have to, but it holds a lot of stuff. Well, let's see how she works. Yeah, go to Harbor Freight, get a couple of them 6-way screwdrivers and some more vice grips. Need one for the toolbox and a container. Man, this stuff's getting bad. Feels pretty good. Still think it's a little on the rich side. Not bad though. It's an improvement over the old carburetor. I probably could open up the mixture a little bit too. I didn't actually adjust that either. I just kind of left it where it was. I don't know if I can get to it. I didn't even look. I can go up a little more on the idle too, of course. Yeah, it's good to have a couple of these. Yeah, they work alright for cheapos. They got the 12-inch tool bag now. Definitely got to upgrade to that on that bike, because that's okay, but I can fit a big sandwich in that one.
Do you currently receive our promotions and instant savings?
Yep. See if I can fit everything in this bag to get it home. Raise that idle up. I could just get in there last time. I think I'm gonna, oh yeah, look at this. Made it fit. Let's go, Recon. Definitely more responsive. Wish I could do like a exhaust cutout if they made a little small one, and then have like a control if they make a little tiny, say 2-inch exhaust cutout, so I can open that up for performance and then close it off when I want it nice and quiet. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Because I know my exhaust is holding me back now. turning. Jeebus. It still didn't turn. Yeah, this car feels pretty good. Don't really want to put a pipe on it, but I know I can squeeze some more power out of it. Is he stuck? Yep, stuck in the sand. Pretty good, Recon. Let's see where that air screw is. It's literally on the other side against a frame. It runs pretty good. I might be able to tweak it in a little bit, but I'd have to get that shorter intake manifold because I can't do it. All right, Recon. Yeah. Going to eat the favorite Mexican restaurant in Crystal River. Yeah, we're going for it. Thing's huge. Los Magueyes. Los Magueyes. How do you pronounce it?
Los Magueyes.
Los Magueyes. Burrito Azteca.
We give the warning. It's the biggest one.
Does anybody eat it all?
Yes. You'd
Really?
be surprised.
All right. Man, this thing is huge. Look. Tremendous.
They ran out of tortilla.
Well, I'm about half done. You think I can do it? Ah, more than half done.
So close.
Getting there.
Just little bits left.
That don't count.
Yeah, it does. You gotta lick the plate clean.
No way. I did it. Everything. She was even cheering for me.
Listen, we don't usually have winners.
You told me a lot of people eat it.
Well,
So
maybe
it's-
I wasn't so truthful.
Oh my god.
Congratulations.
Thanks. She tricked me.
I do have
Thanks.
some people. You're just on a very exclusive list.
She tricked me.
You're a piglet now.
Yeah, and you got to ride home with me. And you got to ride home with me too. And you got to sleep in bed with me tonight.
No, I don't. Yeah.
I got a Dutch oven for you tonight, honey.
It's a Dutch oven even when you don't eat a lot.
I know. I know you do.
Hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Hit that bell if you want new notifications on new videos. Links for products used are in the description and on MotoCheez.com. Thanks for watching.